right. Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of SITWITH. I'm here with the usual suspects. Mr. Enow is here. Mr. Eyoh is here.
Wala.
Anyway, today we'll talk about opportunities. And some of us who have come to the European or the Western world, we know it particularly very well because that's what we came here looking for, to better our lives in one way or the other.
Sure.
So, Enow, can you tell us a life-changing opportunity you took and what came from it?
That's interesting. A life-changing opportunity was deciding to go to school. Yes, no. Deciding to go to university. I think the exposure I got after university, not just the degree in its own, but the exposure, the mentality shift.
Okay.
Yeah, it got me put my mind. And I think I'm moving to Douala. Yeah, I think moving to Douala was.
So which is it?
from school.
University or Douala?
I think both. I think moving to Douala opened up my horizon to a lot of possibilities and stuff. So I think that was the most.
So Douala went well for you.
No, not just went well. Not just like it went well, but
It changed some things.
it changed my thought process. It changed a lot of my thought process because that was the first time I was truly on my own.
Okay.
Like basically, I was truly like I would say 80-90% on my own. I took a lot of my decisions. I know I had to fend for myself, and then I understood some particular aspects of life and some you could plan like okay, like basically the foundation of most of my thought process. I had it when I was there. So
Okay.
it's just-
Mr. Eyoh,
Yeah.
what about you?
I think so far, the life-changing opportunity I've had
Tico.
so far is...
I didn't say anything. I just said Tico. I didn't say anything.
oh, they will get behind me. So the life-changing opportunity I've had so far was relocating from Tico to the UK.
Atoka. I
Yeah.
just said Tico.
Yeah. No, to be honest, relocating from Tico to the UK, having an opportunity to have a certificate of sponsorship from a company who needed my service over here, boosted my finances, and also, gave me a little bit of exposure, especially to my career and stuff like that. So far so good. The me I'm seeing now, if this me had been there 10 years or 5 years ago, I don't think there will be anybody that can say anything in front of me. You get? So far so good. Everything is just popping. Everything is just going smoothly by the grace of God. I wish I things get better from here.
But do you think, have you ever missed an opportunity you regret, and what did you learn from it?
Yeah. I've missed an opportunity I regretted, and it changed my perspective of, especially when it comes to pursuing talents. That was when I had the opportunity to travel abroad when I was in Kaji Sport Academy. Yeah, we had. I was supposed to be a professional footballer. We did a selection. This is like our podcast every day.
As you did so
you play ball.
I don't know. I just so you play
Bro,
ball.
see, that's so many years ago before I became a father. And
That's
so
a thing
many
of the
stuff.
past.
Yeah, thing of the
So
past.
being a
That was my first-
being a father stopped you from playing football, or
No, I
what?
said before I became a father. I became a father like even after I've left football like 10 years ago. You get?
Okay.
So I regretted not taking that opportunity. Anyways, it was not my fault because it was financial constraints. You get? The money we were asked that period, we didn't have it. But I was selected for a selection that was supposed to go to Italy with the Kaji Sport Academy. But they did not, the money the coach was asking. One thing I regretted in this very whole situation is I hated is the fact that the country has killed more talents because they cannot provide bribery or corruption for some of the services God gave you for free. You get? And that's something I don't like about my country. It is because of bribery and corruption that I did not play football. I was supposed to be a professional footballer. Why will you scout me and you want to give me a better future, and I have to pay you again 2 million for you to put my name in the list so that I can go. Where I will go, you will sell me and you make more money. So why will you see? They will prefer not to instead take that position and give it to somebody that will bring that money, even if it's not as good as me. You get? So that's one thing I regret. But it's an opportunity. I did not take that,
I've not had any regrets for any opportunity. I've missed lots of opportunities, but I don't have any regrets because it's gone. It's gone. I don't spend time crying over spilled milk. Once it's gone, it's gone. I always look ahead. If I'm done with this, I didn't get it right. I was like, okay, I didn't get it right. What's ahead of me? Because there's a saying that a minute gone can never be recovered. Whatever happened can never be changed. The only way you can write it or you can redo it and change it, the only way you can change it actually is by redoing it in another way to get a different result. Because doing the same thing or crying over something that you did is never going to change the result. That's an example of being a crazy person. So I really don't regret anything that happens. I look ahead, I keep moving.
Yeah, the Bible says, wait for God's turn when it comes to opportunities, right? People say the early bird gets the worm. Not so.
Yeah.
But do you think opportunity is mostly created or is found?
Opportunity is found because not everybody is going to create an opportunity. That's why I don't like some of those proverbs. They say, early bird maker. Not everybody is good at discovering opportunities. There are people who are good at discovering opportunities, and there are people who are good at exploiting those opportunities, right? And there are people who are good at transforming those opportunities to become
bigger than what it was.
To flourish. Yes, to become bigger. So at every point, everybody is important for a particular aspect of the system. So if we nurture the opportunities that we have and we create systems that make sure everybody is useful in his own particular space, then I don't think there will be a problem.
Mr. Eyoh?
Yeah, I think people find opportunity because it is like.
But don't you think people create the opportunities that you find?
No, the opportunities has already been created. And somebody needs to connect you to somebody that will introduce you to that opportunity. You get? So people don't create opportunities. It is like faith. What it is like faith. You find what God has kept, what God has already previewed for you.
So you're leaning more on the Bible. You're leaning more on the Bible proverb I've just quoted.
No, I'm just giving you a practical example.
God's time is the best.
It's like I don't need to tell me God's time is the best. Whether you like it or you not, in this world you are living, you have your life, you have your destiny, you have your faith. What God says will be.
Isn't that the lie that has been told for millions of years?
It's not a lie. It's not a lie. Do you believe, in as much as you believe in a supreme being, whether you're Muslim or you're Christian or you're Buddhist or whatsoever,
so you think you're more destined to be a musician than a footballer?
So that man of the future.
So you missed your football opportunity because of money. Do you think you missed it because it was God's choice for you to miss it?
No.
Or
After that opportunity, why didn't I play football again? You didn't ask me that question. I was still very young. Why didn't I continue playing football? I had to go back to the drawing board to really see if this is really what God wanted me to do in the first place. You get? So it is not about me creating opportunities. I saw another part which was more relaxed, which was more okay. I didn't stress doing things. Everything was just moving the way. I was like, okay, maybe this is what God wants for me. I do. See, time and future holds your destiny of faith. There is nothing happening in my life that is happening by mistake. Even people betray me. When I came to this country, I had friends, so many people. There's one thing I told God. I told him, this opportunity you have given me to change my life. And these people around me, I'll transform their life. But remove anybody beside me whom you don't want the person to be here. That will. See, you are your own prophet. You get whatever thing you say to yourself come to pass. Whatever, I don't need somebody to come and tell me do this, do that. I don't need it. I believe everything that happens in my life.
Can you say to
is
yourself?
faith.
Can you say to yourself now that you're going to be a professional footballer?
I can still be a professional footballer if I want to be a professional footballer and I follow the career in this country.
For your old age.
How long did Vardy? Do you know at what age Vardy signed for Leicester City?
I don't. Oh, that's the thing with Africa. See, Vardy. No, not here.
No, let me
Vardy
speak.
signed for Leicester
Mm-hmm.
City at 28, 29 or 27, something like that. But he's been playing.
Mm-hmm.
He's been playing for, is it Millwall? He's been playing for, is it Yeovil? He's been playing football with his this tracker.
What is this man telling me?
From the
Young
no, Vardy
man.
has been
See, what are you saying? What are you saying?
Vardy had been playing non-league football all his life. He got his big break.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he just switched and became a footballer at 29. No, he got his big break.
Do you
at
know
28.
do you know what you mean by non-professional football?
Non-league, non-professional.
Do you know what is
He's
non-league
been-
football?
Vardy
Non-league
was
football
playing-
is Sante.
Wait.
That one is the truth.
Wait.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
That's
what
true.
he is saying.
Vardy
You
was
don't
playing
get any
National
earnings
League.
from it.
What?
Vardy was playing National League, I think, at the age of 23 or 24.
Bro.
He was playing. No, he was playing for his hometown, which was non-league.
Why not
He
yet
played
talk
for
about
National League,
Vardy?
and
Forget
then they
about
moved to
his
League
CV.
1, League 2, or
Forget
whatever.
about
So
his
no,
CV.
what
I
I'm
am
saying
telling
is
you, it
everything
is
has
possible.
a process.
Do you know how? Do you know?
Wait,
Wait. It takes how long for a professional trainer to cut down weight to lose you weight? How long does it take a professional trainer to lose you weight?
Me, I'm a professional
As a
trainer.
professional athlete.
First day for weight loss journey.
You me this man.
Would you have belly while it's young?
My belly, your belly, which belly big? My belly, your belly. Look at two belly. There, so which belly big?
When I was playing football, they give me name say Di Maria. You they give which name?
Chisino. Do you know why they give me Chisino? Wait, do you know how the name Chisino came about?
Tell me.
The person that bought me my first Manchester United JC, it was Cristiano. They wanted to write Cristiano on it because I had skills. I was a very skillful player. They wanted to write. There was no Cristiano on the JC, so he wanted to write Cristiano.
He made a
And
mistake.
he made a mistake. He wrote Chisino, and I wore it. I went to the
So
field.
person will give you Jesse no fit spell
You get-
Cristiano.
Of course, why not? Their destiny helper can come from anybody. It doesn't matter. That name stick to me.
Valaba. Just enter India and everybody know Di Maria. Just stay you define Di Maria.
Bro, there's no age. Wait, let me clarify one point. There is no age to fulfill destiny. You get it? There is one. There's this.
So you can play football at 90.
No, what do you mean by you can play
That's
football
destiny,
at 90?
isn't
You can
it?
play football at 90.
That's what
If
you
you
just said.
are you destined to play football? If you are
It's-
destined to play football and God say you play football, God who created football knows the limited age for you to play that football. How can you go and play football at 90?
So God will fulfill your destiny before you get to a certain age. That's what
Of
you're saying.
course, of course. I'm telling you, everything that happens to your life was planned by God. If you pass the age of not playing football, God does not want you to play football.
Interesting.
All right. So how do you recognize a real opportunity versus distraction?
That's a very interesting question. You see, some things are hobbies and some things are talents. People don't differentiate between having a hobby and having a talent. Let me use myself for example. I am a very good rapper, but I am more of a very good footballer than a musician.
Okay.
I misused my opportunity of becoming a professional footballer.
So football is
because
your
I was
talent.
distracted by music.
Music is your hobby.
Music was the hobby.
Mhm.
But I got distracted by my hobby and took it for a career. You get.
And
So
it's working for
that's-
you.
It's kind of working, but even though it is not my first love, you get. It's not my first love. If I had been patient enough with the football and had that understanding that there will be trials, there will be moments of trials, there will be moments of failures, there will be moments of disappointment. Maybe I would have been a different person by now in football.
Okay.
You know, so it's that. Now going back to your question, how do you identify this question? It depends on each and every person. You get. Nobody knows you better than yourself. You know what you are good at. The moment you go out of that thing, that's a distraction.
Like how music distracts you
distracted
from
me
football.
from doing football. You get, bro. These things are not on social media. There are videos, there are pictures, there are things that are there. There are times I go back to some of my things, I look at them. I'm not proud of myself. I'm like, boy, what really happened? There are people that see me today, people that know me.
2 million happened.
Even from bed, there are people that sees me today, and they are like, they really ask me, Eyoh, what happened? Eyoh, what happened? There's this one guy on social media. They call him this guy is a big entertainment social media personnel from Cameroon. You know, they call him Mosina Nasako. If you know him, he's the one that has to release in America now. He won American lottery and went into America, and now he's, you know. Mosina Nasako is one of the greatest dribblers I have ever seen out of Southwest. He played for Tico United at one point. I mean, say that grand friend now. If you hold you ball for a year, that means that's the organization they do. That man they do. Let me say, but at one point in time, due to hardship or I don't know, you know, the country lack of contract, people meeting to their contract, clubs meeting to their and stuff like that. You know, frustration comes in, depression and things like that. He won American lottery. He just forgot about the football and went him. Today he's doing good. He has money. He's fine. But trust me, with that type of love and passion, that talent that person had in him, trust me, that person is not completely happy where he is without pursuing that talent. So you see the distraction that came in now. You leave the talent and go for the money. If it's different, if you got to a position where, okay, this is the point. This is a town, a new environment. This is a Western world. I can develop this talent from here. There was one time I got to his this thing live. He was live talking about with Kosi and stuff. I think he interviewed stars. So I was on the comment section and he gave me one advice. He said, Eyoh, you have moved to the UK. You are doing music. He told me your salary. He said he told me a popular slogan. He said, your salary is what they pay you to forget your dreams. He was live. He was talking, but he just saw my comment. He was advising me. He said, you can still continue with your music over there while you are hustling, but remember that your salary is what they pay you to forget your dreams. Do you know what that talk means? Bro, it touched me like I felt it.
Those are frustrating proverbs.
What do you mean frustrating
people
proverbs?
to get frustrated? Because yes, those are things that make people get
so funny, man.
No, that's the problem with some of us. We love motivational quotes.
It's not motivational.
What's
Motivational? What
unrealistic
dream. What he's saying with that speech is, I know you are a good rapper. I've been following your stuff. I've seen you practical picking. There was a time I had clash with Street King in Tico. He was in America. I was still in Tico. He was the one that came to my inbox and told me, Eyoh, don't distract, don't do this. He knows that you are doing music. You get it. He's telling you, he's indirectly saying, I have also been talented like you. I have been young like you. I have had talent, but my talent was football. I came in this country. I focused only on the money. I did not even think that I can play even Sante. Maybe from Sante, somebody can even see me there and scout me out. But he did not have the opportunity. He's telling me, if you have chance to do music while you're hustling. You never can tell. That's just all what he meant.
Mr. Enow, what's a small decision that you made that opened doors to a much more bigger opportunity?
What? I didn't hear. I didn't hear. No, I didn't hear. Seriously, I didn't hear.
I didn't get it too.
I didn't hear. Seriously, I didn't hear what you said.
I said, let me say, I didn't hear.
No, I'm not.
Continue.
Actually,
Okay.
Actually, I can't think of a single one because every day you wake up, you make decisions. Every situation you face, you make decisions. No, I've traveled. I've traveled like.
But that's a much more bigger opportunity.
I think leaving Cameroon was one of them. Like
one of the smallest.
No, it wasn't. It was a big decision.
No, that's not what I'm asking.
Like a small decision. Like I can't think of any small decision that really, maybe in the midst of a process, you just say, okay, let me just do this. No, I don't.
Hey, have you ever come across that situation?
I've had that kind of a situation.
A small decision that opened door to a bigger opportunity than you expected.
Yeah.
Like what?
I wouldn't say opportunity. I would say I took a decision at one time. I was like, it's a small thing. It's a very normal thing, but I just decided, let me just do it. And my wife gave me, my girlfriend gave me the best gift ever.
Twins.
So Tuma was the smallest.
The smallest. No, you say that opened doors to
To
more.
bigger-
There's nothing in this life that I treasure more than my children.
Mhm.
That is something I did not plan for. It
So
just
what was
came.
the small decision that led to that?
I would have refused that night. That I don't want to me anything. You will not do me anything.
Yeah.
I just said, "Yeah, smart thing, I'm just do am." And the child came.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
So-
Very, very
So
interesting.
do you believe luck plays a role in success, or is it more about preparation?
Preparation. I don't believe in luck, man. I don't believe. I believe in opportunities, but not just luck, right? I believe in hard work and opportunities.
Mhm.
I don't believe in luck. Like this person is good luck. But
Mhm.
well, some people have luck. Actually, I won't deny, because
People
I
who
know
win the lottery.
I know somebody who
Don't you think that's
who
luck?
who won the lottery
It's
herself,
fate.
and I did her lottery, and her younger brother also had the lottery like 2-3 years before.
Okay.
So you can imagine. The younger brother had the lottery like 2-3 years before, and then I knew her, like, and then I did the thing for her, and then she made it to the.
That's luck.
I didn't win my lottery. Yeah, that's luck. But
Yeah.
then I don't think people can depend on luck on anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you depend on luck, you know you're.
So how do you deal with fear or uncertainty when faced with a big opportunity?
We shock 'em. The truth is, on a personal level, right? I have experienced things that made me to understand that the worst way to deal with your fears is to face them. The best way to deal with your fears is to face them.
Yeah.
Because no matter what happens, tomorrow is going to come. Like there's a saying, at the end of the day is going to end. Tomorrow is going to come. So whether you like it, no matter what, there's nothing you can do to change it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to come. So you face it head on. If there's something you have to prepare for it, you prepare it. If there's nothing you do, you sit and wait. Like in the Titanic, some people knew that they were going to die.
Yeah.
Some people knew there was no way you could get out of that. So you just sat. The captain knew he was among one of the last people to leave the ship. Right? Based on the regulations, everybody else has to be saved before the captains, and the pilots.
Yeah.
So he knew there was nothing you could do. So just sit and face the situation.
Mr.
It's just
Eyoh,
as simple.
how would you advise a young person or someone you see looking for opportunity? How will you advise that person to position themselves to be in a space where opportunity will come for them, or they will see an opportunity and recognize it? Let's say a younger you, before you went into your football talent, your first love.
Yeah.
How would you advise yourself to position yourself so you can recognize more of an opportunity?
I would say you have to, first of all, stick to what you love. Go more into that direction. Be persistent, be consistent, be humble, and be patient. Those factors.
And which
will
of those
help
factors
you.
did you lack?
I lacked.
I know patience is one of
Patience.
them, yes?
Yeah, I lacked consistency.
Okay.
I was consistent in my delivery on pitch, but I was not consistent with training. I was not consistent in competitions and stuff like that. There's a point where you are good with doing something that you feel like
You overlook the other things. Yeah.
you overlook. You feel like, bro, the difference between a professional footballer and an amateur footballer
The
is the
dedication.
small opportunities. The small, not opportunity, the small things that an amateur footballer cannot do in the pitch during competition is what a professional footballer does in the pitch. It can take him like 100 days to practice just how to perfectly hold the ball with his leg. But I will not have that patience what am I doing just holding the ball? You don't know the importance of just that small thing. You see, like today, the game we watched today, Bruno Fernandes is one of the best penalty kickers in the world, shooters in the world. His penalty is so perfect in the way that if Bruno Fernandes puts his penalties down, it's very difficult for any goalkeeper to touch it. not to talk of even removing it, because he has practiced the art of, bro, do you know what it means to you to have 2 posts like this and you put your penalty just here, all your penalties are passing here, it's not touching the bar.
To the bar.
Next to the bar, but it's not touching the bar. It's an art. It's not luck. People practice that, you get, but those are things I was lacking.
There's no way you can position yourself for any opportunity. Just take every day as it comes.
They
work
say
hard, do some research.
there's a saying that if there are 9 millionaires and you fraternize with them, you might become the 10. Or you will become the 10. That's positioning yourself.
But if there are 9 poor people, you fraternize with them, you become a poor man.
Exactly. That's also an opportunity.
That's false. Because most billionaires are doing businesses with poor people. Dangote's biggest clientele are poor people that eat Dangote rice, buy Dangote cement. So all of those things, they are just
show me your
talks.
face, I'll tell you who you are.
All of those things, they are just talks, okay? You can be fraternizing with poor people because you're exploiting them.
Those are not talks.
Because you might have billionaires and you never
Anyways,
get
you never. Those are idioms. You don't translate idioms word for word. There are deeper meanings to those.
What I'm saying is, we don't just throw idioms out there, right? In every situation, because those things might be meaningless for a particular situation.
Of course,
my biggest revenue source might be poor people. You understand?
Yeah.
If I'm making food for sick people now, that's the biggest revenue source. It doesn't mean I'm going to get sick. The biggest market in the world is Africa. The biggest consumer market in the world right now is China, India, and Africa. But Africa is a poor continent, isn't it?
Yeah.
All the American goods, the Chinese goods, all of the European goods, they are all going to Africa. But that because we're the biggest importers of different things. So it doesn't mean fraternizing. You can be fraternizing with poor people, but you're the one exploiting them. You can be with rich people, but they're exploiting you. You understand? Because some rich people don't even share opportunities, actually. Some rich people don't share opportunities. They are with you because they know there's something they want, they can gain from you. There's value that they can get from you. It's
so
just
let me ask you now. Have you ever found value in mentorship?
I've had a lot of mentors. Yeah. So I think there's value there in mentorship. The way some people think, you can understand the way they think and you apply it to your own things, and then you see that if it goes with a little bit of shaping, you can smoothen some of the rough edges. But yeah, there's a lot of value in mentorship. If you think, I don't believe in those things, go to a mentorship class. That's madness. That's lunacy. You go and pay somebody to mentor you. That's crazy.
So you prefer to get it for free?
No, not getting it for free.
You've had a lot of mentors. They play the same role.
Your mentor can be somebody at your job. Your mentor can be a colleague, it can be a family member.
That same person in your job space can also go online and start asking people for money for his knowledge.
That's what I'm saying. In your job, you're working with somebody, the person is always on time.
Yeah.
That can motivate you. That person has mentored you, directly or indirectly. You're at your job, somebody is always following the rules, and you realize, okay, you know what, following the rules pays off. You're never in trouble and you're doing this. Somebody's always bringing something new. You can copy. You see how somebody thinks. When there's you can mirror somebody. You understand? That's mentorship. You can study a parent, a father, the way he listens to things, the way he is tolerance and things like that. You mentor. You must not go to all those classes where they tell you, they are teaching you. They cannot teach you mentorship. Because those are things that you decide that, okay, I think this is what I've realized. Mentorship is realization of something. You realize that this person is always early. And when we have situations, this person never talks. When he's angry, he always keeps quiet. You understand? And after a while, he always tells you, I'm angry because of this. I have this thing that if I'm going somewhere, people must always know where I'm going. Even if they don't know where I'm coming back, but at least you know where I'm going. I took it from my grandfather. No matter where he's going, he always tells people, I'm going to this place. If he's going to 3 places, he says, I'm going to this place, and then I will see this person, and then I'll see this person. You don't know the order, but you know those 3 places are his destinations for that day. If there's anything, you know where he went to. Understand? So I understood that at a level. I can tell you, I'm going to Birmingham tomorrow. I must not tell you what I'm going to do in Birmingham, whatever, but you know that I'm not going to be in Leicester, I'll be in Birmingham. I'm going to London, you know I'm going to be. So that's just, you pick things, and based on what you want to do with your own life and what you want to do with in a workspace or whatever he wants to do at every particular time.
Yeah, Mr. Eyoh,
Yeah.
do you think people like mentors like Andrew Tate are positive lights in this world, especially for youngsters?
Very, 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 very positive. You get, because Andrew Tate is a practical mentor. Andrew Tate does not tell you go and do this, you will have money. Andrew Tate organize classes where he teach you how to become a millionaire. He shows you practically what he's doing, and you follow it and do it and do it. You get,
And you become a millionaire,
you
just
become
like
a
he said.
millionaire. Of course, Andrew Tate has so many classes. He has so many students under him that he has transformed their lives. It is not every student that will come out first in class.
Yeah.
But his classes have transformed lives. So he's the type of mentor I can recommend somebody to follow. I have even friends that follow Andrew Tate mentality. Today they are fine. They are okay where they are.
That's a very interesting. Enow, do you think the same?
No comment. When it comes to Andrew
No
Tate, no
comment.
comment. I don't. I think my stance on Andrew Tate remains private. I don't want to comment on anything about Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do failures sometimes lead to unexpected opportunities?
Failure can sometimes expose the people who really care about you, because there are people who praise you when you're succeeding, and when you fail, they condemn you like, oh yeah, I knew you was going to fail, I knew it's going to be this and that. And then some people don't even understand what you went through. Some people don't understand that it's part of a process of succeeding. You know, sometimes you fail, you get something wrong, and then you learn from it. But failure sometimes exposes who really cares about you sometimes. Yeah.
I think it depends on the situation. I always like practical examples, because I don't talk imagine. No, I'm not refusing with you. I'm just agreeing to what he's saying. Because if you look at when I got the message from Kaji Sport Academy management that I was not going to follow the squad that was going to Italy for that selection, I took my bags and I was going home. Among the coaches, there was a coach there that was from Yaoundé. He wanted me to come and play for a second division team in his team. His son is a professional footballer in Europe. He was managing his team. So my failure in Kaji opened the doors for me to go and play with that man, but I rejected the opportunity. You get it? So it depends. Failure sometimes also exposes it. So
you set yourself for failure?
You know, I did not set myself for. My expectation was not to play local football. I never wanted. Do you know how, man, if I wanted to play football in Cameroon, I would have started from 3rd division in Tico United. I trained with Cadet and Minim with Tico United, but never played for Tico United. You get playing for Tico United is different. You have Cadet, Minim, Puseng, all these people. You go all this category, you train with them. That is like preparation to becoming a professional footballer. But when I was like, okay, I want to play football now, I had opportunity to go and get a 3rd division license for Tico United, but I rejected it because I saw another bigger opportunity. This was just because you don't have a knowledge of what you are doing. How you don't have, because this is how you grow. From 3rd division, they will take you to 1st division. From 1st division, they will take you to Europe. I was thinking so high. I just wanted Kaji or Brazaris, called the football the Brazaris, because I knew I would easily go out of the country. You get? So it's not about me setting myself a failure.
Mr. Enow,
that's local competition.
How do you think technology is changing the way people access opportunity?
Because technology has made it easy for people to get different opportunities. Because, like I said, some people, there were different fields where people could express themselves. Technology has made it easy for some people to access different opportunities in terms of education, in terms of work, agriculture, traveling, tourism, entertainment, whatever industrialization, whatever that people used to do. Technology has tried to simplify the process some more.
Okay.
You know, because even in terms of education, back in the days, you don't buy textbooks, you don't buy this, you don't buy that. Now you can even go online There are past questions, answers, textbooks, everything online. You read all those things online. You write your exams and pass. So there are people who even do home studies now and then they go write exams and pass.
Yeah.
So it's easy. There are people who do businesses and they have clients in different places thanks to technology. So it's easy. It has,
That's how I actually studied from my eyes, all over technology. People were paying hundreds of thousands for classes.
You have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I did just
People are paying that thing.
Yeah.
Mr. Eyoh, I asked you this particularly because you've been in the UK for a long time. You've worked in the UK. You know what's going on in the UK. So do you think access to opportunity is equal across all communities?
I don't actually think so. It's not equal.
Okay.
You are exposed to so many opportunities, but your chances are limited.
Okay.
So yeah, that's
have you ever has that happened to you before?
Yeah, of course, it has happened to me before. I have been in a situation where, due to it wasn't racism. The system itself made it impossible for me to get what I wanted because you are restricted, because you are limited to certain opportunities with what they give you. This is what you can do, this is what you can do, this is what you can do. But now you see a bigger picture, a bigger opportunity, and you're about to go in for it, you realize that the system, was not reserved for you by the system. You cannot have it.
So do you think that's unfair or is just the norm?
I think it's the norm, but I think it's unfair. I think the system is a little bit too harsh when it comes to giving more opportunities to people. If you cannot limit people's spirit of hustling. You cannot limit it, because what I understand is they base more on professionalism here, and professionalism in UK means stick to something, be professional on that thing. That's what their professionalism means. They don't believe in multitask.
Like us, a jack of all trades.
Jack of all trades, you get. They don't believe in multitask.
So do you think back home in your homeland it will be the same, or will it be different?
It will be the only difference back home is that it's just the opposite. If
let's say someone from Europe comes to Cameroon, for example, do you think that person will have access as much as you, the citizen of that country?
Depending on what the person wants to do, the person will have access to some things like me, a citizen.
Like for here, for example, we have a Nigerian, the lady's name, she's in
Kemi
the one in power.
Yes, the one in
Kemi
Badenoch, yeah. She's a Nigerian.
Yeah.
A born Nigerian that came here, if I'm not mistaken.
She was born here, taken to Nigeria.
No,
she's a Nigerian
you cannot
anyway.
look at that in that context, because the system here permits me to be British. The Cameroonian system does not permit you outsider to be Cameroonian.
So that's more unfair on the Cameroon side?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm telling you. It's more unfair. That's why I'm telling you, systems, politics, the political system itself that governs the world is unfair. It is more of personal interest.
Interest for their people.
For the government, for their people, of course. It's more of personal interest.
Which is fair to them.
It is fair to them, but not to the people. Because the government thinks being selfish.
You are not their people.
Who is not our people? How?
No,
I am a Cameroonian. Listen, let me give an example. I am a Cameroonian. I am free to enter Cameroon with my passport, with a Cameroonian passport, and do whatever I want to do as a Cameroonian. I don't have that same opportunity, that same freedom to do things in UK with Cameroonian passport. I cannot live here with a Cameroonian passport and just go to Belgium or go anywhere, but with a British passport, I can go. The system has already made it in that way that this is only for our people.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I said.
That's what I'm telling you. The political system that governs the world is selfish. It is only for the people's personal interest. So when you say you are not their people, I am not a British, I am a Cameroonian. I'm talking about my government. You understand?
Of Cameroon.
You understand? It's a different thing.
Okay. So, Mr. Enow, what opportunities do you think are emerging now that people should be paying attention to?
There are opportunities everywhere. Just look deep. You see, just look around you. The opportunities in
Especially
agriculture,
social media
education.
opportunities.
Yeah, the opportunities in social media are there because those ones are less capital intensive. Social media, you don't need any capital to open up a Facebook page, to create your content. You just need a phone and stuff like that, whatever you want to do. Right? There are opportunities in educational fields, there are opportunities in agriculture, whatever.
Social media has
the world is
given more
changing.
jobs than government
So-
to people.
Okay, Mr.
Yes,
Eyoh.
yes.
Yeah.
So, coming from Cameroon, right?
Yeah.
How can communities, companies, or your government create better opportunities for your people?
How can communities, government? I think it has to start by us being honest with ourselves. If our government is honest enough to give us a rundown of how the national budget is being used, you realize that there are more opportunities that can be created by the government. And there are
With the
more
proper
things that
use.
people, with the proper use of these funds, you get. I believe we have to first of all, not only the government, we have to first of all, and we also as individuals, there's a lot we can do for our community. There's a lot we can do for our community. It's not always about the government, but they always say, you always ask, what has the government done for you? What have you done for your government? What have you done for for your country? What have you done for your own community? There are so many ways we can contribute as individuals and provide jobs for our own, for ourselves. You get, for example, in our own local community, you get it just depends on how we go about our own. And one thing I realize when it comes to community projects is the more united we are, the more exploits we can carry out. Now, people are self-centered. People, I don't know. This I'm telling you a practical example. This is something I've realized that whenever you want to work with a group of people, there will always be conflict with these people. They will not understand the vision. People always think you want to use them. You want to exploit them. You can bring an opportunity for your community and tell them, if you people do this, this is how you can have job, you can have this. People will genuinely come to do that thing. But some people will be like,
but don't you think those people learned from the past? People have come like you before many times.
Yeah.
So they have learned from people come to, take money. People come and lie
it's not about
certain
taking
opportunities.
money. I'm giving you opportunities. I'm not taking money from you.
Scammers too come and propose things like that, and nothing comes out of it.
So why don't you try it?
So will you try every opportunity that someone comes and claim and throw it out there? Will you?
We are adults. We are adults. Listen, no, I want to make a point. Okay. As an adult, I don't need to explain to you that 1 + 1 is 2.
You just have to know.
Why do you think there are different political parties? Everybody is coming with their own objectives for the nation. I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do that. You listen to them. It is different when you listen and say, I don't want to be under Kenya's party because this is I want to go but to AJ's party. It is your personal decision and your choice.
You must not. Those offices you have just named, to an extent, you can hold them responsible. But if I come to Tico today and I come and I preach this gospel, and I take people's money and run away.
No, I'm not talking about money, bro. We're talking about opportunities. You're talking about money.
People who are paying money, they're looking for opportunities.
See, we are looking on how we as people can better our community. Okay, now let me say if I come now like an NGO projects, I come and tell you guys that you see this NGO, we want to open a school in this community. Normally they pay 50,000 for school fees. We are opening this school for this place, but you guys are going to be paying 10,000 francs CFA for school fees instead of 50,000 francs CFA. There are people that will sit somewhere and tell you they have given those people money because they are NGO to come and be school here, and that 10,000 we are paying, it is going to their pocket. It is not. We are not supposed to pay any money. The person will ask you, why are we paying even 10,000? Why will we not make it free of charge? It's not an NGO. You get, those are the type of things I'm talking about. There will always be people that will always want to overthink. I think I'm giving you some of the reasons why our communities are not growing. People are thinking out of the box, even when they're not even things they're supposed to just say yes and no. They will go out and think and start bringing witchcraft and start bringing jealousy and start bringing hatred into things. These are simple things, bro. I've seen people come with their money, like what Rishabona was saying the other time. Chinese government has given money to Cameroon government to build schools, and somebody is telling you, don't send that money to the government, send it to my account. You are telling somebody that want to dash you billions to better your country, they should send it to your account. Right? It's a government offer. That's witchcraft. It does not start only from there, even in our communities. These things
so
are
which
there.
will you prefer, sending the money to the government or sending it to the personal coffers?
Better send
At
it
least
to
the
the
person-
government.
The government of Cameroon?
You can hold the government accountable for that money. You come and hold an individual. If I give you an account, I send the money to my account, you send it, and
So
after
if the
like
Chinese government sends money to a particular minister
to carry out a
to
project,
carry out the project, or to send it to the general government of Cameroon, where everybody can just come and take a little portion, and you cannot even trace the money. But if you send it to a particular person, you can come for that person, right? But for the government, sending, I think I'll prefer to send it to a particular person than sending money to a government that I know is incapable.
That's the most hilarious thing I've heard today.
Yes, Enow,
Kilian,
am I on the wrong side?
Anything that has to do with government.
If I have 10,000 today, I send to the government. Minister of Public Health can come and take 2,000. Minister of this can take 5,000.
No. Listen,
So will you prosecute the whole government?
You're not getting the point, Kilian. This is like misinterpreting a proverb. If I am sending 10,000 francs CFA to the Ministry of Finance in Cameroon to carry out a project, the government has to be aware that I have sent 10,000 francs CFA to Kirian, which is the Minister of Finance in Cameroon, to carry out this project. Now, you as the Minister of Finance, you are telling me who wants to dash you 10,000 to give you 10,000 francs CFA. That don't make the government know, just send it to my private account. Does that make sense?
No, when you say he said don't let the government know, that's a whole different thing.
Of course, that's what he is saying. He's saying, I told this man, send the money to Cameroon government. And an individual is saying, no, send it to my account.
Enow, do you have anything to add?
No, anything that has to do with government. No, sorry, right. Seriously,
All right.
At the moment, I don't
So just to conclude, what I'm trying to say is, we can better our community if we understand ourselves and work together as one. There is no need for too much check sense. You get it? Okay, now, I'm the type of person that I always come up with ideas. There was a problem we had one time in the village, let me say in my village area. And I was like, they will play, let me say, interquarter. They'll play a football competition and they'll put like just 200,000 in the coffers. And people are spending 500,000, 800,000 just to come and win 200,000. So I brought up an idea one time. I said, you know what? If like 100 of us can give 20,000, it's going to be a lot of money. I will give you don't give the money to me. There's a person in charge of sport activities. Let's give 20,000 from January. We are playing this tournament in August. So we are in January. Let's start giving 20,000. People were giving.
I don't even think we need associations to develop as a people. I think we need ideologies.
That's what I'm saying. People, so you bring your ideas, people will see contradict you on top of the ideas. You don't need people's money. You tell them if this idea works, then it works. If it does not work, we try another one. But you bring up an idea like that can develop the village, and people will be like, what do you want to do with our money? It's not me. The money has been allocated to somebody for a project. I've given my own. You guys go and give your own there. But people will still come and still go slow in the thing. They will tell people that have given that man want to use our money. You don't know that man long sense, man. You get we don't have the same IQ, we don't have the same reasoning faculty. It is ideas that bring world. It is ideas that change people. I believe that before Ibrahim Traore become what he is today, he has had that idea for long because he has seen how his people have been suffering. And he knew that one day I'm going to free my people from these people. You get? So with these ideas, we can come together and try things.
All right.
Nice.
So we have come to the end of this episode. Mr. Enow, what can you say to our subscribers?
Thank you very much for the 2K. We are very grateful. Without your help, we wouldn't have gotten to this level. Stay safe, stay solid, and be good. Thank you.
All right. See you in the next episode.